There's a new kind of hero in town, and his name is Nicholas. With a single bolt of lightning, this young diesel engine is transformed into a super powerful locomotive. Come with us now as we travel the rails in the first episode in the continuing adventures of Nicholas.
Hear that mighty engine roar down the mountainside, forged out of a meteor found deep in a mine. His power is invincible, and he's heading straight to us. This diesel locomotive known as Nicholas. Diesel locomotive known as Nicholas. On a secret mission, he is racing through the night, faster than the lightning bolt that was his breath of life. His legal wheels are rolling to the rhythm of the track, and you can hear him singing, clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Here comes Nicholas, coming round the bend. Here comes Nicholas, he's a special friend, sent from someone high above to teach the world to love. This diesel locomotive known as Nicholas. Diesel locomotive known as Nicholas.
Once upon a time, in a train yard somewhere on the other side of tomorrow, lives a family of locomotives. The youngest of these giant machines is a 6-year-old, truly special engine named Nicholas. Oh, don't let his size fool you. Nicholas is a very young, shiny, red super diesel freight engine. He was born at the Springfield engine plant where mighty engines are created by the great head engineer. And he was placed into service at the Roaring Camp and Big Trees Railroad in sunny California and given a classification. Freight Engine 2600 SD90 Ultra Experimental. Nicholas was told he would study to become a mighty freight engine and that he would be working with his grandfather, who would soon reveal to Nicholas a grand, important secret which would set this young diesel on a path to becoming the most powerful engine ever built. Nicholas doesn't know it yet, but his outer skin is made from a mysterious, flexible titanium material capable of changing into any shape Nicholas can imagine. Hidden deep within his massive body is an experimental power plant, energized by a large magical meteorite which fell to the Earth at the beginning of time. This unusual rock traveled to Earth from somewhere beyond the stars and is ignited when struck by a mighty lightning bolt sent by the great head engineer. This is Nicholas' grandfather. His name is Hiram, and he's a steam engine that was born in 1899. He proudly hauled freight for 82 years before he retired to Northern California to rust out his last days, before he would make his final run to the locomotive graveyard. Grandfather Hiram is the last of his kind, and he was brought out of retirement and cleaned up to take on the challenge of his life, to turn this wild and adventurous, very young engine into a super freight locomotive. You see, only Hiram knows that the head engineer in Springfield has built Nicholas for a very important secret job. A job that would call for some rather unusual training, the kind only his grandfather could give him. Nicholas is about to learn that he is not like any other train. Grandpa Hiram knows that the supercharged rock hidden deep within his grandson allows Nicholas to go faster than any other train or rocket has ever traveled before. He can even change his shape into anything he imagines and is the strongest machine alive. Grandpa also knows that he must teach this young engine to use these special powers for only good deeds. And so, our story begins. The warm California sun pushes the shade of morning from young Nicholas's face, bringing him out of a deep sleep that was filled with dreams of exciting adventures. As he feels the sun's rays bathe his shiny outer skin, Nicholas realizes his grandfather Hiram has pulled up right next to him, and he's ready to start his first day of studies.
Good morning, Nicholas. I was beginning to think you were going to sleep the day away.
Good morning, Grandpa. I was having this great dream. I was a passenger engine painted red, white, and blue and was pulling a full load of people-kind kids on their way to an amusement park, and there were all these
Enough
kids,
of
and
that. You don't have time for dreaming. You have work to do.
I don't want to work.
But you have to, Nicholas. You're a diesel engine, and diesel engines make the best freight pullers.
I don't want to be any old dumb freight puller.
Nicholas, you must understand your history.
Oh, my, Gladys. This could prove quite interesting. Come along.
The first of our kind was built in a place called England, way back in 1825.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
It certainly was. And Nicholas, you have a tradition to live up to. Your destiny is to be a mighty grand freight puller.
I don't care. Freight pulling is dumb. I want to be like my dad, a passenger engine, and pull 100 cars filled with people, kind parents, and children. I want to see the world.
Nicholas, maybe someday you will be assigned a passenger run. But for now, you've been given a very special gift, and you must learn how to use it.
I'd rather go play in the yard with the other engines.
Oh, I wouldn't have said that if I were you.
Hiram's steam shoots out from his giant boiler, and his large wheels begin to grind against the steel rails.
Come on, Gladys. I think we need to move on.
Nicholas, enough of this. I've told you that you are a freight puller, and the head engineer has made you like no other freight puller ever built. It's my job to show you the way of the rails.
Grandpa, why do I have to be different?
The wise head engineer in Springfield has chosen you above all other machines to bring peace and love to all that is under the sun.
Did he say he was the chosen one? No, he's much too young.
Well, then I want to bring peace and love on the rail as a passenger puller.
Once again, Hiram tries to take in all the patience the great head engineer had given him.
Nicholas, you must understand that you're not at all like any other engine. You have been given mysterious powers. Do you understand what that means?
No.
No what?
No, I don't understand, Grandpa. What powers and why do I have to be the chosen one?
Oh.
Because your heart is as pure as the water from the mountain and as true as sunlight in the morning. Come along now, Nicholas. I think it's time you learned firsthand why the head engineer has chosen you.
Where are we going?
Down to the flatlands. You take the high mountain rails, and I'll meet you at the roaring Camp Depot. But be careful. That side of the mountain gets heavy fog this time of year.
Nicholas could not know, but ahead of him would lie his first real challenge.
Come on, gang. This could be exciting. Come on, guys.
So young to be the chosen one.
The two engines separate as Nicholas starts his journey along the rails through the tall pines. Hiram's mighty boilers begin to build up steam as he struggles up the steep incline surrounded by giant redwood trees. In moments, Nicholas is moving along the tracks at a steady speed. Suddenly, his keen engine sense begins to pick up danger ahead as he soon finds himself entering a thick fog. It now becomes difficult for him to see the rails ahead.
Oh, I don't think I like this very much. My engine sense tells me there's something terribly wrong ahead.
As Nicholas moves slowly through the fog, he becomes frightened by the unknown. Suddenly, he hears his grandfather's voice.
Nicholas, Nicholas, you must listen to me very carefully.
Grandpa, where are you? You were right about the fog.
I know, Nicholas, and it is time for you to learn to use your powers.
My powers? I can't even see where I'm going. I'm afraid.
There is no reason to be afraid of what you can't see. It's just fog. Let your engine sense guide you. Do you understand?
I think so.
Nicholas, there is a runaway boxcar heading your way on the coast rails just above you. Her name is Brittany. She is carrying a full load of dynamite for the mining company. You must use your powers to stop her. If she reaches Roaring Camp, a lot of people kind can be hurt.
How can I stop her when I can't even see where I'm going?
Nicholas, remember what I told you. The head engineer has given you powers like no other diesel. You have to learn to use them. You must reach the switching point before she gets there.
Gosh, Grandpa, I'm scared. I don't even know if I can do it.
You can do it. You must imagine yourself as a powerful rocket engine and let your engine sense take over.
Okay, Grandpa, I'll try.
Listen to the track. You have the power to hear what you can't see.
I what?
Just do it, Nicholas. Listen.
I can hear her, Grandpa. I can hear her.
Good. Now use your imagination. Feel yourself change. Magic, Nicholas. Feel the magic and beat her to the switch.
What was that? Wait, it's working, Grandpa. It's working. I'm changing.
Nicholas has now discovered that he is unlike any other engine ever built. Meanwhile, high on the hill above him, Brittany, whose brakes have now totally failed, heads downward through the fog, gaining speed with every second.
Oh my! I'm somewhat in trouble. Help! Please, someone! Please help me!
She takes a dangerously sharp curve, almost tipping over.
Oh dear, I just knew it was going to be one of those days.
Brittany tries desperately to maintain her courage.
Oh, dear. That was a trifle close. I'm losing control. Oh, help! Now, Brittany, get control of yourself. There must be someone out there who can help me. What was that? Oh, this blasted fog.
You must increase your speed, Nicholas, or you'll never make it to the switch before her.
But, Grandpa, I'm already going faster than I've ever gone before.
You can do it. Just increase your speed. She's just above you.
Nicholas's engine now begins to create a sound of enormous power as this young engine realizes he's going faster than any diesel has ever traveled. Blindly, with only his engine sense to guide him.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Grandpa, I can sense her. I know exactly where she is.
Good. Now remember, just get in front of her and begin to slow down.
Nicholas races toward the switching point. He blows his horns in an effort to let Brittany know he's on his way. Brittany sees Nicholas and the switch just ahead. She screams, afraid they're going to collide.
Oh, that was a close one, wasn't it?
Are you all right, Brittany?
Oh, I've had better days. You know my name. And who might you be?
Nicholas.
Oh, yes, I see. You're Hiram's grandson.
Yep. If you're all right, I've got a schedule to keep. Stay right here. I've sent a message to Albert, the yard engine, and he'll be here soon.
But I haven't quite had the chance to say thank you properly.
I'll catch you in the yard later.
Now, how did he do that? Huh.
In a little while, Nicholas arrives at the Roaring Camp Depot and awaits his grandfather, who has stopped nearby to take on water. A people person father and his two children approach Nicholas. He looks down at them with curiosity.
Choo-choo train? He's gotta be kidding.
That's not a choo-choo train. That's an SD90. Can't you read?
No.
You go get the tickets, Dad. I'm going in and take a look at that engine.
All right, but don't get too close to that engine, okay?
Okay.
The man and young boy head for the ticket office, and the older boy moves in closer to inspect the mighty Nicholas.
Hi.
Who said that?
I did.
Where are you?
I'm right here in front of you.
You can talk?
Of course I can talk. I'm a diesel.
Well, where's your mouth?
Real trains don't have mouths. People kind have mouths.
Well, then how could you talk?
I just can.
Are you some kind of special diesel?
All diesels are special. Why?
I've never seen a diesel marked ultra experimental before.
Ultra experimental, so that's what the UX means. I'm just learning all that stuff. Today's my first day on the job. I heard your dad call you Zach. My name is Nicholas.
Oh man, I gotta be dreaming. Where did you come from?
Just on the other side of the mountain.
No, I mean, where were you made?
I was made in Springfield by the head engineer.
Head engineer?
Yes, he's been designing and building engines for 175 years.
He's talking to a people kind. That's not allowed.
I just arrived here and I'm going to study with my grandfather to be a puller of stuff.
Your grandfather? You gotta be kidding me.
I wouldn't kid you. That's him over there. He's a famous steam engine. All my relatives were famous. I'm part of a very important tradition.
You know, you're kind of weird, but I think I like you.
Well, don't just stand there. Come on aboard. You can be my friend if you want.
You mean it?
Sure as rain. Come on and sit down. I never had a people kind friend before. Do you know a lot about trains?
I know a lot about diesels, but not much about steam engines. Could you tell me something about them?
Nope, but I know somebody who can.
Do you wonder how a locomotive goes? Where the steam comes from, what makes the whistle blow? Just listen to my story, I'll tell you what you need to know. We take the wood from the tinder and put it in the firebox. Then we light a flame and make it hot, 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 hot. When the water in the boiler boils, steam rises to the top. It fills the steam dome up till you think it's gonna pop. It travels down the steam pipe right into the cab to a valve the engineer holds in his hand. It fills the cylinder, pushing a piston up and down, up and down. It moves a rod that moves the gears that makes the wheels go round and round. And engineer's boss, he's in control. He can make that train go fast or slow. If he wants those wheels to race and scream, he stokes that fire and makes that steam. But if he wants her to go slow, he pulls that chain and lets that whistle blow.
Well, I gotta go now.
Wait, we still got a lot to talk about. Tell me some more about steam engines.
Sorry, I've got a schedule to keep, but I've got an idea. Why don't you come along?
I gotta go with my dad and my brother.
Well, they can come along too. In fact, how'd you like to ride up in front with me and my driver?
Wow, way to tell my dad that I actually talked to an SD90.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Why don't we just keep this our secret?
Okay, but what about riding in the cab with you?
Don't worry, I'll fix that. Go on now. Oh, and don't forget, I've got a schedule to keep.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Dad.
You'll never guess what your brother just did.
What?
He put his hand in a hat and pulled out 3 winning tickets. We get to ride up front in the engine.
That's great. So that's how he did it.
What'd you say, son?
Oh, nothing.
Well, come on, let's go. Come on.
We're going for a ride on Nicholas.
Uh-oh. Hope Nicholas doesn't talk to those people kind again. He knows that's not allowed. He knows that. He knows that.
What's going on? Nobody ever told me nothing.
Come on, Gladys, Chauncey. I think we need to move on.
Oh, goodness
Hurry, you
gracious.
silly goose.
With Nicholas still waiting at the Roaring Camp Depot, Zach, his little brother Brian, and his father climb aboard the diesel and work their way towards the entrance to the cabin where they meet Nicholas's engineer.
Uh-oh.
Zach leans out of the window and gives Nicholas a high five. Nicholas responds by blowing 3 blasts on his horns, and his mighty engine begins to power up, and the wheels turn on the track. That night at Roaring Camp in Big Tree's railroad yard, Brittany and several engines stand silently nearby. Nicholas's powerful engines are now quiet. His enormous frame glows in the moonlight.
Good night, Nicholas. I'm very proud of what you accomplished today.
Good night, Grandpa. And thanks. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish that'll make it all right. If I could be all I want to be, what I want to be is, oh, I'll never be a people puller.
Nicholas, you are very brave today.
It was nothing.
Nothing? You saved my life. And I would hate to think what would have happened to those children kind in Roaring Camp if you hadn't stopped me.
I said it was nothing. Just leave me alone.
Oh, my. Alone is a very lonely word. What's wrong, Nicholas?
I just want to be what I can't be.
And what is that?
I want to be a people puller, not a puller of freight.
Oh, my. I see. You know, I have always fancied the idea of someday being an elegant dining car. Now, what do you think are the chances of me becoming a gourmet diner?
I don't know. You sound like one.
Exactly. I am what I believe I am. Therefore, I am.
But you're only a freight car that sounds like a diner.
Yes. Oh, well, you see, I'm halfway there.
If you could only be what you want to be, then what you ought to be is you. Take it from me. If you really want to be all you want to be, all you need to be is true to you. If It's as simple as Y-O-U. That's you.
If I want to be what I want to be, first, I've got to be me. To absolutely be the very best of me, I must follow my destiny.
Follow, there's nothing you can do. You must follow. It's as simple as Y-O-U. You must follow your destiny. It's as simple as Y-O-U. Good night, Nicholas.
Good night, Brittany. Brittany, thanks.
Oh, it was nothing.
Starlight, star bright, first star I saw tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might change the wish I made tonight. How difficult is it to turn a freight car into a fancy diner? Work on it, will ya? That's my wish.
Hear that mighty engine roar down the mountainside, forged out of a meteor found deep in a mine. His power is invincible, and he's heading straight to us. This diesel locomotive, known as Nicholas. Diesel locomotive, known as Nicholas. On a secret mission, he is racing through the night, faster than the lightning bolt that was his breath of life. His legal wheels are rolling to the rhythm of the track, and you can hear him singing, clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Here comes Nicholas, coming round the bend. Here comes Nicholas, he's a special friend, sent from someone high above to teach the world to love. This diesel locomotive, known as Nicholas. Diesel locomotive, known as Nicholas. Sometimes the road is weary and the lonesome track is long, but the journey there is what makes him so strong. He's off to meet his destiny, somewhere down along the rails, and you can hear his plaintive whistle.
Hey, gang, don't forget, trains can be dangerous. So when you hear a train coming, look up and move out of the way. Don't ride your bikes or walk near the tracks. Be safe, and I'll see you next time.